You are now tuned in to the Couples Lounge show.
It's live, it's real, it's entertaining.
That morning show telling you what somebody should have told you about love, marriage, and relationships. Ain't nobody doing it like us.
Because they ain't us.
New episodes every Saturday, giving you something to talk about. Well, it's about that time, y'all. It is time for the Couples Lounge show. I'm your girl, Candace, and this is my sexy husband, Ramon.
What it do?
You gotta get better. In 2023, this gonna be better. That's gonna be better, right? We're gonna be right in sync with all of that, right? Yeah. Okay. Yep. So y'all are tuned into the Couples Lounge show. Yep, we're getting started at a different hour on today for our live show. We normally start at 11:30, but I decided to change the time to 12 o'clock. It's early in the morning. We eating barbecue. So it's like, yeah, let's change it to about lunchtime. So I hope y'all are ready for the show. Thank you to the lady that posted last week that gave us the conversational topic for today. Is it pressure or expectations, or is it expectation or pressure?
I was actually supposed to say that.
I know, but
Lord Jesus, help my baby. Nah, man, thanks everybody for attending. We're live at Smokey D's. Let me give a shout out to Smokey D's Barbecue here in Duncanville. The only barbecue spot I know that has a bar in the barbecue spot. I don't know any place like this. They have several events. They have live bands. They have karaoke nights. They have a whole lot going on here at Smokey D. So if you ever in the Duncanville area and you want to get your grub on and a little sip and watch the game, we have several TVs in there. Got about 4, 5, 6 TVs.
You're not supposed to be doing a commercial.
Oh, I'm sure late. Come out to Smokey D's. All right. You took my other part, baby. My
you
bad.
got some more stuff.
Thanks for everybody for attending.
Okay. All right, we're about to get started. What's up, Kevin? Good morning or good afternoon. So we're about to get started with the conversation. Y'all have 1 hour to get here if you're in the DFW area. So come on down. So the question. So when we're in, you have 3 phases of a relationship. You have dating.
Okay.
You have committed.
Okay.
And then you have marriage.
Okay.
We're going to put engaged with committed because you're not married just yet.
Okay.
In those 3 stages phases,
okay,
are you allowed to have expectations for the other person in all 3?
Of course.
Okay, break it down.
If we're dating, do I have expectations? Yes, I have expectations.
For the other person.
For the other person. Why? Yes. Why wouldn't I? Why
just
wouldn't
let you go?
Oh, okay, yeah, of course. Here's the problem. I think sometimes you may not speak on it dating because you might be afraid, you might push them off.
Mm-hmm.
But that's absolutely crazy. Let them go. When you're committed, of course, we have expectations. I expect you to be faithful. That's one right there. And in the marriage is several, of course. So to answer your question, yes.
I don't know, in a dating phase, should I have, listen, hear me out.
Okay, let me hear
I don't know if you should have expectations for the other person.
That don't make
now,
sense.
I have expectations for how I want to be treated, or I might have expectations for how I see a relationship, but to put expectations on you while I'm dating, because I'm not only dating you, I'm dating this person, I'm dating that person.
Oh.
What are the expectations do you feel like somebody can put on you in the dating phase? You ain't my girl.
I ain't your, okay.
And I ain't your, you ain't my man.
Okay, I gotta be honest. That's my expectation. Be honest. If we're just dating and if you're seeing other people, you doing whatever, just be honest with me. That would be my expectation as a single guy. Just keep it 100 with me. Just be honest. Can we be honest with each other?
But with that same expectation, you will be willing to
be honest with her. Yes. At this age, what the hell am I lying for? It is what it is. This is how I feel. This is how I look at this. Why would I lie? It comes to a certain point, like enough with the lies in the game, especially we in our 40s, man. Why are we lying?
Okay, I'm just asking. I just don't see too many men being even honest in the date phase, but I can see that being asked.
I mean, don't ask a stupid question. I mean, I'm not asking you, are you dating or talking to other people?
But that ain't a stupid question.
I think it is. At some point, yes, you're seeing somebody else. If he looks that good, he got it going on, nice car, nice house, nice man. Of course, he's seeing other people.
Okay. Just some of these comments, all you can say is okay. That's it. Okay. So, are you allowed to apply pressure in any of these phases?
What's pressure?
What's pressure?
What's pressure? What do you mean by pressure?
What's pressure? Okay, y'all. So I had to get the definitions for the conversation. Okay. Let's get the definitions. Y'all, I'm at this age now where I kind of got to pull the stuff back from my face. But my kids be like, Nanny, what are you doing? I'll be like, look, girl, leave me alone.
I'm the only one in the household that can see.
Whatever. Pressure. Okay. The verb, the burden of physical or mental distress. Burden is a physical or mental distress, and used as a noun is continuous physical force exerted on or against an object or person by something in contrast with it. Another definition, the use of persuasion, influence, or intimidation to make someone do something. So,
okay, with that being said,
can you apply pressure in the dating phase?
Yeah, you can.
Should you?
Dang. You answer, you go first.
I really think the only time that you can really start applying pressure is marriage and engage pressure to require you to be and do something.
Yeah, try to persuade them.
I don't think in dating.
Yes.
I don't think in dating.
Yes,
you can pressure nobody to do anything.
You can try. Okay, I'm dating. No, not if you're dating with a purpose. If I'm dating you, I like this woman.
Okay.
But I see the way she dresses is kind of not up to how I want my woman to present herself in the world.
And we're dating, and you're gonna tell me how I'm gonna dress, and you're not my man?
If we're dating with a purpose, at some point, yes, I am going to let you know, baby, you look beautiful. But I don't like my woman to look like. Why the hell would I not?
But you can't pressure me and try to change. You're not my man.
Okay. First of all, relax. I need you to relax.
Yeah, okay.
Hear me out. Okay. Just be quiet and hear me out.
Okay.
We're dating.
Okay.
3 months into our dating. It's starting to get serious.
Okay.
Candace, baby, you look amazing, but I kind of don't like you wearing that. I kind of like my women to wear XYZ or to look this way. What is wrong with me saying that?
Oh, it's nothing wrong with you saying that. But pressure means you're going to try to change.
No, yes, I am. I'm going to try to let you know I don't like that. And if you want to be with me, you can't continue to do that. What's wrong with that?
I ain't saying nothing.
Because as a woman, if I'm doing something that you don't like and you possibly see a future with me, wouldn't you tell me, babe? I don't like my men doing that. I like my men to come home. You spending the night.
I think you can set the expectation, but I don't feel like you can pressure me.
Pressure, try to persuade, to convince,
or intimidate me.
Okay, but I don't have to try to intimidate you. I will try to persuade you. Look, if you want to be with me, you can't continue to do this.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all a scenario that we had. We was watching, I was watching Family or Fiance. And so this lady was about 30. The dude she was dating was like 48 when they started dating. And on the first date, he said that he would have a baby. He was willing to have a baby. And so they dated for 2 years. And in that 2 years, he proposed, but he changed his mind. And he no longer wanted to have a baby, but her expectation, she was still holding on to the very first date.
Right.
On our first date, you said you would be willing. So in her mind, it was still a possibility. But in his mind, no, my son is grown. I'm ready to start my own business. I'm ready to travel, this, that, and the other.
Right.
So there was a pressuring going on in the relationship because it was a non-negotiable for her.
Right.
So in that phase of them being engaged, did she have that right to stick with the first date?
Yes.
So he didn't have a right to change his mind.
No, yes, he had a right to change his mind, but if that's a non-negotiable for her, stick with it.
Okay.
If you want a child, why would you give in if you know deep down inside you want a child? What's wrong with staying with that? But he has the right to change. I think you said something before. It was going to be a resentment either way. If she convinced him to give in and have a child at his age, at some point it was a good chance he was going to resent her for having. And then if he convinced her not to have a child, that she in her 30s, by the time she got in her 40s, and she's looking at her friends with these babies, and now she's like, dang, why I give in? So yeah.
Okay. Now I do. I kind of have been.
I think he was wrong for proposing. He shouldn't have proposed. If you know marrying this woman is coming with a child and you don't want a child, why are you asking this woman to marry you?
Because probably I can convince you to not have the child.
Oh,
they were both going to be trying to convince each other to go their way.
Right.
Or pressure them to go their way.
I could see her saying, okay, if he's asking to marry me, he knows I want a baby. So
yes. And that's exactly what she said. Is that why would you propose to me knowing this, but knowing you didn't want to have a child?
Yeah, I wouldn't have no more kids. Though if me and you, I ain't had no more kids. I can't say that. Let me meet somebody. She want a baby. No, I ain't the guy.
There might be,
I would get fixed.
You didn't get fixed for us.
You wanted a third one.
I'm talking about after Kaya. I asked you to get fixed.
Oh yeah.
So I didn't have to go under. You didn't do it.
I was uneducated in the manner. I thought it was gonna do something to me down there, and I didn't know. But now I'm educated. It's not gonna mess with me, Lord. So therefore,
come on in.
Yeah, I didn't know. Like, that just seemed taboo to me. That you don't cut down there.
But now you would do it, huh?
Yeah, I would. I mean, I'm not now. But I'm saying, if me and you didn't make it,
we don't make it.
After the first thing I'm doing is going to the doctor. Doc, come here.
So you can just be wild.
I didn't say stop.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. One night, boy, if the woman you got pregnant, I would cry.
Why?
We 45.
Okay, but we're married and
baby, we ain't had no
and our kids are grown, so we have
to
support.
Start over. Oh my God. Oh my God. No, ma'am.
If we got pregnant, that would be God. That is of God.
No, that ain't God. That was the devil.
That is of God. Let's get back on to pressure. Y'all are tuned in to the Couples Lounge show. My contacts just went blurry. You want to read? Can you see it?
My baby can't read, y'all.
I can't see it. What you talking about?
She got her mama vision. All right, purpose. I'm always confused what that means in general terms. Could my purpose for dating him be one thing and the purpose for dating him be another? That's a good question. Is it not okay to be dating and meet someone you realize you like to hang out with, but you aren't interested in being with exclusive? So you will date him until you are exclusive relationship. Whoa, I like that. I think so. You could date someone and then while in the process of dating realize, I like her, but she ain't wifey material. I like him, but I don't think he's someone I could.
Yeah, that's the purpose of dating.
Yeah, we can hang out, but I don't want to. Yeah.
Even when you're purposely dating, if you're dating to look for that significant other,
right.
That's the whole purpose of dating, is that you get to feel out, is this person right? Is that person right? And that can change in the midst of y'all dating.
Yeah.
That for me is what dating is.
That is very true. I think the problem is when you throw in.
Hey, Jessica and Rick.
I need you to stay professional.
Oh, sorry.
I hate because they coming in late. You gonna come? They gonna go there. She is. The problem though, sex. I think it could be a problem when you throw in sex, but I think it's necessary.
What's necessary?
I said I think it's necessary.
You think what's necessary?
To have sex in the dating process.
That's not me, Lord.
But no, hold on, hear me out. I'm not being funny.
Mud, you rather go against the Bible.
We all do. Shut up. Don't go there. Don't go there. Don't go there. 2020.
Well,
how many
go.
How many
you gotta go. I ain't
are waiting to marriage to have sex? Come on. We're gonna go there.
Come on.
I mean, what I mean by that is important. If sex is important, you do want to know if I'm sexually compatible to this man or to this woman. Because if I get married, especially at a younger age, and the sex is terrible for whatever reason, the man could just be too big. He could be too small. Whatever. You telling me you're willing to stay?
Once you get married, yes.
That could end the marriage. Okay, this man is literally too big. Like, it is painful. I can't do it. Like, Lord Jesus, I can't. You won't stay married to this brother. And he got a high sex drive. Now what?
But the thing about it is that even when you get married, at some point the sex change. And so what do you do when the sex change once you're married?
Okay,
because it doesn't stay.
I can work on it if it's pleasurable. No, you can't work with. If he ain't got enough, you can't work with it.
It's a lot of stuff in this world that can support in this area. Okay. All right. So let's talk about expectations because we're about to get out of today's topic. Is it pressure or expectations? So expectations is a belief that someone will or should achieve something, a strong belief that something will happen.
Okay.
So one of the pointers that we have is that some people, this is what I said, when it comes to expectations.
Okay.
Some people don't want expectations put on them because expectations cause you to level up. Expectations cause you not to play small. And so I don't want your expectations placed on me. Expectations call you to the occasion. It makes you better. When there is no expectations in a relationship, I can stay in my comfort zone.
If there's no expectation, we don't have a relationship.
True.
How do we have a relationship if there's no expectation? What romantic relationship doesn't have an expectation of something?
Yeah, I agree.
We don't have a relationship. There's no expectation because we just chilling. You do you, I do me, it's whatever.
That's the dating phase.
That
should be.
No, I ain't going there. It's expectations in dating.
I know, but you saying if no. So what relationship is it where you can say no, we ain't got no expectations?
When we're not dating, we're just kicking it. We're just hanging out.
So it's another phase.
Yeah, that's another phase. It's just the hanging. She's just the homie. That's just the homeboy. We just hang out when we see each other. We might be physical, we may not. But nowadays we probably are.
Probably are what? Physical. Oh, okay. Yeah. Expectations can trigger unhealed wounds.
Here we go. Here we go, boy. You counselors, women in this. What you mean?
Expectations can trigger unhealed wounds.
Explain that. Here we go.
I'm going to explain it.
Break it down.
So, if I place your body language, turn your body when you turn away from me.
Stop.
Means you don't want to hurt.
Okay,
there you go. So expectations can trigger an unhealed wound, whether, like we talked about last night, whether it's from an old relationship, whether it's from a parent. So if I place this expectation on you, and it reminds you of something, now you pushing back. Now you're being resistant, or you being stubborn, or you being you go off. I have this expectation of you to.
Or maybe it's just an unrealistic expectation.
What's an unrealistic expectation?
Something that I know it's not attainable. Okay, a man may want this woman to cook 7 days a week. I need you to cook. Is that realistic?
It is realistic.
That ain't realistic.
That is realistic. It is women who
not
do that.
cooking 7 days.
It is women who cook 7 days.
Okay, I'm not speaking in absolute. I'm not speaking in absolute, of course. Okay. But if she's a working woman as well, Lord forbid y'all have kids, she's not able to cook 7 days a week and perform the way he may want her to perform later on. Like, good Lord, women get tired. Y'all don't get tired?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so how, is that realistically for me to want you to cook 7 days a week?
It is. If there's other things in place, yeah. And I would say it's a realistic for some people. Let me say that.
Okay.
It can be a realistic expectation for some people.
Okay.
But an expectation could be, we know communication is very difficult in relationships. In relationships. So if my expectation is for us to talk, if my expectation is for us to be straight up and be honest, and in the past you're being honest as a kid or whatever resulted in something horrible happening, or you were made to not talk and use your voice, it can start triggering old things for me to force you to communicate when you're uncomfortable communicating.
I agree. Most men don't want to talk anyway, though. We don't want to do all that talking. Y'all do the talking. We leave us alone. Can we watch the game?
But if you're in a relationship, you have
to talk to you because we gotta talk to you. But men don't. We don't have to talk like that.
Like what?
As much as y'all want to talk, don't act brand new,
but
baby.
Sometimes we don't even want you. We just want you to talk in your way. To not talk at all is not okay.
I didn't say the whole day. And sometimes I want you to shut up. I want to just sit here by myself and enjoy the game. He's not talking about
us right now.
No, I'm speaking in general. I want to just watch the game in silence.
That's like 2 or 3 hours. I'm talking about.
Well, give me that.
Okay.
Or when I come home, sometimes it just.
I agree with that. So we give you all of these moments.
Baby, let me tell you what Susie said. Man, let me get. Can you believe she? Baby, and good Lord. And then every story is you got a pre-story, the story, the aftermath, and you like, Lord Jesus, I don't know.
And we sometimes in there, we don't.
And her dog just got to the hospital.
We don't want
Damn that dog.
We don't even want you to talk. Then we just want to talk. No, we just want you to listen.
Yeah, that's true.
We just want you to listen.
And then when we don't say that, you ain't even listening. God, what I say? Good Lord. I'm sitting there listening. I'm nodding my head, baby.
Pressure or expectations? Pressure or expectations?
There's no pressure. Is only when you can't live up to the expectation.
Okay, talk about it.
If you got an expectation, I know I can't live up to, or don't want to live up to,
or don't know how to,
or don't know how to. That's when it's pressure.
Okay.
If I can't, don't know how, or don't want to, now I'm under some pressure. But if your pressure or your expectation is for me to have a job and go to work and provide, that ain't no big deal. Okay, cool. I want to go to work. I want to make some money too. So there's no pressure. But if your expectation, if anything breaks down in this house, I need you to fix it. And I'm not the handyman. Or I don't want to fix it. Oh Lord, that's pressure. That's pressure. All right, kindly. I don't know how to fix this stove or this sink. But if my expectation is for you to have sex 7 days a week, is that pressure?
That is pressure when I don't want to do it. When I don't want to do it.
Absolutely. Okay, then that's my point. It's pressure when we can't, don't want to, or don't know how to live up to your expectations.
I absolutely agree. And I think we hold people, our significant others, or just people in general. Right. Like my auntie asked, is this life or is this relationship? I think you can place pressure on people in life as well. You know, your jobs, your bosses, they I'm gonna say they put expectations on you that sometimes can feel like pressure, or if you have people that you work with. Right. So when you're holding your significant other or people to an expectation of their youth,
Of their youth? Why you say it like that? What you mean?
Of their youth. You're holding me to something we used to do.
Oh, yeah.
You holding me to something we used to could do.
Yeah, because every man done dealt with that.
What?
Every man. You now before we got married,
That
you was buck wild. You was, we couldn't get our clothes off fast enough. When you first get married, then after a while, it's good Lord. Woman, you know I'm right here, right?
You're holding them to the expectations of what they could do.
Nah, you can still do it. You just done got old and tired and lazy. And you're like, I ain't doing that no more. You give us the bare minimum. Come give me a kiss. Come on, get this over with. No excitement, no passion, no like what happened? What happened?
What happened? Did you change that caused her to change?
Maybe, but in general, the woman just changed. Y'all changed. Y'all get that ring and y'all change. Y'all.
He being funny, y'all.
He being funny.
He being funny.
You do a poll of married men and ask them brothers and see what they say.
Because life changes. We might not have had kids. We might not have had bills together. We might not have had.
I agree.
We might not have had a lot.
It's gonna change. It's gonna change. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing it out there.
You're holding them to what they used to do, and it goes back to the conversation.
Same thing for the men. We might used to open the doors.
Being general. We
might used to buy you flowers, send you flowers on a regular basis. It's not one-sided, men.
Well, come on then, talk to them.
We might used to just tell you, man, you look good. Slap you on your, and then after a while, we done got you. We stopped doing all that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. Come on, give me 5, baby.
No, I'm not.
Come on. Come on, you was equal today. Give me 5. Give me 5. So, hold this on one to the expect. Understand this. People have a right to change.
Yes.
Change is inevitable. It's going to happen. So, we have to be able to adjust in the relationship to the change that's happening. Wow. But with still having expectations.
You have to be understanding.
Yeah.
Just be understanding she or he is human.
Mm-hmm.
And they may, like you say, have change. Just be understanding when they do change. And communicate, baby, what's up? Why you don't do this no more?
Mm-hmm. From a place of love, not a place of irritation and you going off on the other person and you turn them down and you talking crazy to them. Like whatever your expectations.
Once you have a certain standard and that standard is not met, sometimes it can be up. You could, if a man is loving and caring and doing all these wonderful things, and then all of a sudden he got you, he stopped doing it. It could upset a woman, couldn't it? Could it bother you?
Yeah, just like
that. I'm not romantic no more. That I'm not caring and loving them. You just want to you want me to do all this in the bedroom, but you ain't do. Won't you feel that way?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, people, I can't see y'all comments.
Well, baby, oh Lord, my baby can't see.
Well, stop saying that. I already said that. I don't need you to say it. Read the comment.
Oh, my bad, baby. You gonna relax. Your mama get her, and you all of a sudden, up to the go. Lord, she got back up. She got an anus. Her anus got a pistol in the press. Lord have mercy. Read the comment. Oh, okay. If I said Pam, pull up that. All right, life changed for both, but what he said is for the man. None of those changes go into effect whether or not he won't. I don't know what that means. Cuff/make love. I don't know what that means, my brother.
Okay.
Cuff. What's cuff? Who the heck wants to do that? It's too hot. But no, look, no man wants to do that. We don't want to hug. We don't want to cuddle up in the bed. It's hot. Move.
That's not true.
Snuggle? No.
Some men do.
Oh, yeah, we do when we want something.
You like for me to cuddle with you.
No,
baby. You up here crying.
Wait, baby, stop.
Oh, so now you don't like me cuddling with you?
Hold on.
Come on, make it clear,
let me make it clear. Cuddling and you hugged up against me is one thing. But I'm not doing it. I don't hug up to you like I do a reaction.
No,
I can't help some things happen, and then okay, we need to make something happen if I do it.
Yeah.
But if you
go in with an expectation when you cuddle,
yes, every man does. What?
It's not just cuddling is intimate. You don't always have to lead to sex.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Don't go there.
It does for men, but for women, listen to me. It doesn't have to lead there. Sometimes we just want to be held. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And that's why some women don't cuddle with their husband, because we can't just cuddle.
No. Come on, man. There's a physical part that happens. If something happens and it wakes up.
Control yourself.
You can't happen sometimes. We wake up, he ready. You touch him and you rub all on me. Oh, girl, okay.
Sometimes it's okay to just cuddle.
So when I'm supposed to look at him and say, hey, dog, I'm sorry. He's sitting there looking at me like this.
Mom.
Say, dog.
Mom, you need to call back. Lord have mercy. He on one today. Get this off of here.
So you need to control it.
So it's okay to cuddle, Kevin. Yes, you can cuddle without it leading. You can, yes. Sometimes that is just the expectation. So
I'll let you tell.
When we have pressure placed on us.
Okay, we got pressure.
The things that come with pressure is feelings that come with pressure. Shame, guilt.
Why you say shame?
If I cannot meet your expectation.
Oh, okay. I might be ashamed that I can't. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Guilt.
Okay.
Anger.
Explain
you
what
got
you
an expectation of me. To go back to what you said. Maybe I don't want to do it.
Oh,
or maybe I can't do it.
Yep. We will get mad.
Or you get mad because you're trying to pressure me into doing something I don't want to do.
Yeah, because I used to be mad I used to get mad.
You still be
I don't get mad. I'm more understanding.
Now, I ain't talking about just sex.
Oh, that's okay.
That's all you think about.
No, that's what I thought you was talking about.
Oh,
I don't know.
I don't know why. I swear I thought that's what she was talking about.
or it can cause you to be anxious because you have this expectation of me. Right. And I don't think I can meet it. And I know what your response is going to be because I cannot meet your expectation. Right. Now I'm worried. Now I'm concerned. Now I'm kind of anxious of what it's going to be like when you get home or what it's going to be like when you find out I did.
When you have an expectation, let's say you got an expectation of me, and if I can't live up, you act a certain way, which will cause me to act a certain way. You used to get upset because I couldn't fix everything. Like Candace daddy, if you get a man some toothpicks and a tape, he'll build you a shopping center. Like he can fix anything, he can make anything, man. That man is a bad man. He really is. I can't fix nothing. I can barely fix a plate. But he can fix everything. And so when I couldn't fix, she would get mad. And then I would get mad that she bad. I'm like, what part of me showed you I could make and do what he do?
That was early in our marriage. That's coming from expectations of what you saw growing up.
Exactly.
And you just assumed that your husband couldn't do that. And I think for me, it was the lack of effort. Not only that you
I can't fix the transmission. I know I can't. But if I drive my car, father-in-law, man, my son car transmission, don't worry about it. I got it.
No, it wasn't. No,
it'll be fixed. It'll be fixed tomorrow.
On that level, but it was the lack of.
You know what you know. You know what you can do.
But you wouldn't communicate that. That would be the problem. I would say, babe, this needs to be done.
All right, let me get a number. Let me call somebody.
It wasn't communicated, babe. I don't know how to do that, babe. Which could cause you to feel some shame.
No, I wasn't shame.
Well, I don't know. You didn't speak up. You didn't say nothing.
I definitely wasn't shame.
It was something. Well, why you didn't speak up?
I mean, I thought you knew I couldn't do it. You didn't see me do it.
But if I'm asking you, sometimes it's like, let me figure out, let me get on YouTube, let me see how.
No, I'm gonna do that.
See?
You pay somebody.
And that's kind of my irritation.
That was. That's why I think that's why you went to work. You go to work to have money You have money to do things you need to get
And
done.
I'm thinking, why you spend money on something you can do yourself?
Because I don't know how to do it.
Okay. So just being mindful of y'all when we're placing pressure on people.
Yes.
When you're putting pressure on them,
Absolutely.
that it can be causing them, based on what he was saying earlier, they don't know how to do it.
Right.
They may not want to do it,
Right.
or
simply can't.
Or simply can't. And that's why we got to communicate in our relationships.
Absolutely.
To just go ahead and say it.
Absolutely.
Just say, I don't want to do it, or say, I don't know how to do it, or speak up instead of holding it, trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Or I'm just not going to say nothing, and hopefully it's going to die down,
Right.
because more than not, if it's their expectation, it's not going to go away.
But things change. What we like and dislike changes over time.
I agree with that. But some expectations don't change.
And some don't, and some do. What you might expect your wife or husband to do in your 30s, you might not expect in the 60s.
Okay.
Or 40s. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So your expectations can change too with time. We change as people when we get older. So when the kids leave, now the kids are gone. Now it's just me and you. So things happen.
Should I hold you to expectations that you said you would do?
Well, of course. Why wouldn't you?
I should hold you. And holding you might feel like pressure.
Hey, I put it on myself. If I say, hey, I'm gonna wash your car every time it get dirty.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you holding me to that?
I think some people that they start feeling a certain type of way, even though they did say it.
Yeah,
now I'm holding to.
They gotta look at themselves, and then it depends on how you approach me. Like if I'm say Negro, then you say you wait, whoa, hold on. Yeah, I'm mad now. I ain't watching nothing. But if you baby said you was gonna watch the car, dang, you right, bro. Mm-hmm. And I think women forget that sometimes. The way you approach your man could make your man climb Mount Everest or to make him shoot up the whole block. Mm-hmm. The way you approach him and you're approaching your voice, your touch, all of that could make a man do anything.
I agree. And I would say this though, and it doesn't make an excuse for it, but if you're saying that you're gonna do something and then I'm holding you to it, right, and then you get frustrated with me because I'm holding you to what you said, true, it could come out of me with frustration. I'm not trying to talk crazy to you, but I'm just so frustrated because now I'm calling you on what you said, right? And I'm not talking about just no car washing stuff. I'm talking about stuff that shifts our relationship, that really make a difference in our relationship as to whatever the case may be. I would say for even with us, we're doing the couples lounge show and all that we do. If I'm holding you to an expectation and then I'm coming because you said you were going to do it.
But it doesn't matter because in the Bible, it tells a woman to not correct your man with some tongue. Mm-hmm. In other words, watch how you talk to your man. Mm-hmm. You do it with reverence. Mm-hmm. So therefore, if God knew, look, he told every woman, look, girl, don't talk to him like that. It's gonna cause this man to trip out and go crazy. This is how you respond to him. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He didn't tell us that. He told y'all that.
But he told y'all to love us.
He did.
He told y'all to love us in a very specific way.
He sure did.
Very specific way.
He did.
Yes.
Did you see it as a sign of lack of love because he couldn't perform as your father once did because of what you were shown, and he didn't have any effort to go and kind of figure things out?
The question was, did I see it as a lack of love? I would tell you,
question.
I don't think I saw it as a lack of love, Precious. I think I saw it as I questioned his manhood. I questioned his manhood based off of that, like.
Thank God for growth. Thank God for growth. I'd have gotten mad just right there. Thank you, Lord.
You know that's not the first time I've said that. I questioned his manhood, and I guess sort of kind of way, like if it, because most of the times it was stuff for the house. So it was like, if we're your family, then you should be doing this, or you should at least try to do this for us or for me. And so, because more times than not, I ended up doing it because I didn't want to pay nobody, but I saw my daddy do it, so I already knew how to do it, but I
wanted
him to do it as the man. And so I don't think at that point I looked at it as a lack of love, but maybe, I don't know. I would say no. Then you okay? You need to breathe. You good? Okay. So holding you to what you said.
See, and you have to be careful with that. If you, what up, D? If you hold your spouse, even if a man holds this woman to this expectation to do this, to do that, and she's not doing it, you will look at me a certain kind of way if I'm not doing it, correct?
If you're not holding yourself to
Yes.
that.
So I think at times each party have to be careful at pointing that finger, because if the other person is looking at you, he's like, wait a minute, you ain't doing this, you ain't doing that, but you sitting here fussing at me about not doing this and not doing that.
And I think we gotta be we can't get caught up in that.
And how do you not?
Let me
How does the woman not get caught up in that? The man or the woman?
The woman. The woman. What said
the woman. It might be. So nobody thinks the man put more pressure on. But if you had to pick one, what would you say? In general.
I think the man.
Why do you say the man?
Y'all want more. You ask me. You want to be cooked, you want to clean.
We
want to take care of kids. Y'all have more demands and y'all give less. The mama gotta go to all the PTA meetings. She gotta do everything. She gotta cook, clean, take care of the kids, go shopping for the kids, shopping for the house.
man. And then you have sex about all of that. At the end of the day. Yeah.
So what you think?
And then you complain about everything. So, what's next?
I kind of feel that. The man, huh? At first, I would have said I thought women want more. I think women are more vocal about what they want, and men just don't verbalize it as much. We kind of want y'all to be mind readers. You should know. We want you to do. And then when you don't, when you're not a mind reader, then we get upset.
And then I think
Which
just
is
based
crazy,
off of
but-
what the audience said, it's unspoken expectation.
No.
Like when it comes to the kids and taking care of it, like you don't realize it's an expectation until you tell him that you gotta go take the kids. Well, I gotta go take them. That's what you do. So the expectation is on me.
Yeah.
I need you to take the kids to the doctor. Well, I gotta take the kids to the doctor. What you mean? Oh, so that expectation is on the mother. So I think as men, y'all may have some unspoken expectations.
That was kind of deep.
Unspoken expectations. And I think, I don't know, I almost would have said women until hearing that.
Man.
I think, and what if it's just both and we just have different expectations?
We do. I think men we have different expectations, of course. Of course.
And
There's certain expectations a woman would have of a man that a man wouldn't have for you. Yeah, I wouldn't want you to do this and that. Somebody break into the house. I don't expect you to go to the door.
I'm starting to think now. Y'all might do have more expectations.
Hey, Charlie, get out. Get out. Lord, y'all just started trouble.
I think about it. I think we just kind of just
y'all want
as y'all being the man, it's not a lot that we asked y'all to be. Or to be. We asked y'all to love us. That will be
that's the
the thing. No, it's not a given.
Okay, well, let me rephrase. It should be.
Yeah,
If we're married, love should be
Yeah.
given. You shouldn't have to ask to be loved.
And we just asked y'all to show up in your leadership.
But I think we're
role.
simpler. What we want, we don't want as much, I don't think.
They just listed everything that y'all want.
Really, all we feed us, break us off at night, and shut up at times. If you can do those three things,
That's not right, because if
How's
I
that
gave
right?
if I gave you everything that I have to do and expected you to do it will be more than though.
No, I'm saying that's the three things you need to do for a man to make him happy. Feed us, keep us full, feed us, break us off when we need it, and be passionate with it. All right, I guess it's your birthday. We don't want that. And shut up at times. And bam.
No, so we don't have to do none of the other stuff that the woman do in the house,
No, I
and
ain't
you would
saying
be
that.
good.
Them the three important things. And of course, you gotta keep a clean house now. We don't
And we gotta take care of the kids, right? We gotta go shopping for the kids, right? And we gotta make your doctor's appointments, and we gotta make sure that you are doing what you're supposed to do.
I can handle all that.
No,
I can. If I can see some food on the table and I'm gonna get a happy ending, and you have the whole time, I can make it work.
y'all,
I can make it work.
no.
It is. Honestly, I saw an interview with a guy. He was on Steve Harvey's show.
You done made her come from
The
behind.
man said the top 5 things that a man needs in a relationship. He said the first 4 are sex. And I kid you not, and every man would. And I'm like, come on now, I ain't go that far. Then I got to thinking, okay, well, that ain't too far off.
Maybe what you need and what you expect are two different things.
No, we actually need it.
No, that's what I'm saying. You have the 3 that you need,
When we
but
don't
there are
get
other
it,
things
we
that
don't
you
even
expect.
feel love.
This boy cannot stop talking about sex.
We don't. If you don't get that, your man don't feel love when you don't do that for him.
No.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
we can't feel love by no other action that we be doing.
At
All
times,
the other
no.
stuff that we do for
No.
them.
At times, we really just expect y'all to do that.
As I said, need
That
and
goes back to what-
expectations
That
are
goes back,
different.
it does. But without that, you don't love me.
So y'all think sex is love?
Yeah, sex is love. Sex ain't love. I mean, there you go. Who said this? Somebody said for the men. Absolutely. It says it's in the Bible. You supposed to, and you only supposed to stop
But
for
you don't want to
one
talk about you
reason.
ain't supposed to have sex. It's in the Bible.
You only supposed to stop for one reason. And he said once you do, you come back together so the devil don't get in your way.
They don't say that.
I'm
that
paraphrasing, but it do say
They don't
that.
say that
Mom, I got some
love to
I
men.
got some Bible scholars.
But it doesn't say men. That means love to men. But you want to say that do means love
What?
to you.
Okay.
Just say that.
Baby, if any experienced woman would tell you, men need that. Yes, they do look at that as love.
Experienced woman.
What I mean, an older woman that's been with a man long enough that got some common sense would tell you, men have to have that. They do
We're not saying
equate
that y'all
sex
don't
with
have
love.
You equate sex with love. Okay, just say that. You equate sex with love. But I can show you love in many, many more ways.
But we won't receive it. No, we don't care about that, and we won't receive it as well if we're not getting that. Like, why is that so hard to understand?
So what happens when that is unable to be done?
What you mean unable?
If you're unable to have sex for whatever reason, the older you get, so you're saying once we get in our older
If you
age,
that way, I'm that way too. I can't. If you can't, if we're a certain age. Oh well, no, that's not true. They got that blue pill now.
so if sex is not able to be done, so that means that you're telling me that you won't receive no other forms of acts of love from me
Once you
because
get a
sex
certain,
ain't allowed.
once you get a certain age, it's not as important.
So it's a mindset.
No, it's not a mindset. That is a physical need. Once you get to a certain age, sex is not as important.
Okay, baby. I don't know how I show that keep going into sex and supposed to be pressure and expectation.
We done talked about, I was speaking pressure. I'm talking about pressure, all right?
Oh my gosh. Help us.
I'm with him on the first three things. Just be the.
For the need. The need.
Say, man, you can have a happy man. Yeah.
You can't talk to. Tell her don't be putting that on the end of it.
Okay, I gotta ask one question. Let me ask
pressure.
one. I got one question. Besides for procreation and having children, what else is the reason for sex? It's to bring us what? I feel like dropping the mic right now. I want to drop the mic right now. It brings us together.
It does.
You can have an argument, have a great session in that, and all is forgiven.
I think for men, it really is love. It is a form of love for men.
So that's why I'm thinking when you're bringing your daughters up, and you know when they get to be teenagers and they're in high school, and all these little boys is in their ears, and these little boys say, "Oh, if you love me, you'd have sex with me." Well, at home, your mama said, "That ain't love. He just wants sex."
Right, because he
That's
doesn't.
not love.
No, because he doesn't love her. He doesn't love her. He literally just using that just to get him some.
Okay.
But as a husband, I do love you and need it, like physically need it. Like there, and it's a proven fact. If he doesn't get it, it causes colon cancer. The more
We're not
you
saying that
ejaculate, the
they're
more
saying
it
that-
produces
We're
colon
not
cancer.
saying that.
Okay. No, I'm being honest.
Sex is a form of love.
Okay. Okay, it's a form of love. Okay, I can buy that.
Yeah.
It's a form of
One
love.
form of love.
One form of love that a man needs. But again, the reason God gave us sex is to have children
We already know.
and to bring us together, right?
Right. But we just want you to understand that just because it's other ways that a wife can show a man love.
Absolutely.
And if you're sitting here saying,
I agree. Other ways a wife can show love. She can show love by being respectful.
yes.
By giving us children and loving our children, keeping a clean home and building. You can show us love in a number of ways. You're absolutely correct. But if you do all of that but leave out sex,
It will be a problem. I get what you're saying.
then I'm not looking at everything else you're
saying.
doing because you done left out the most important part.
That is okay. That's your yes, he's very serious. So expectation versus pressure. Give us your perspective, babe, when it comes to
Hey Trina, why you ain't here? I see you on here. She typing all over. She all over. You got your whole sisters with you.
She might be at work.
Oh, she at work. Oh Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Trina.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you just want sex.
Sex is a physical act. Passion doesn't have to be sex. We can share passion with each other without sex.
Oh my gosh.
Sometimes you can just lay there. Sometimes we don't care. There's sometimes to where like you ain't even gotta move, you ain't gotta cough, you ain't gotta sometimes you just let us get it and we go. But then sometimes we want the passion to come with it. Like y'all laughing, I'm dead serious.
When it comes with your wife, I think you want passion.
Not every time we don't need it.
I don't think you don't need it, but you do desire it.
Yeah,
you don't want your wife just laying there and
we
not
do not.
responding and not
after a certain
y'all
point,
complain about us not initiating. So don't say
that. I'm just saying at some point it can come to the point where just lay there, let me get mine, all right, we're done, all right, cool, I'm good. But then at times we need the passion.
Okay.
We want the passion, of course.
Okay.
It's better when we both passionate.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to give my perspective on is it pressure?
Be quiet, ain't Trina. Oh my God.
Is it pressure?
That's ain't Pam fault, ain't Trina. I'm telling you right now.
Or expectation. This is my thing. I think that you are allowed to have expectations.
Of course you should. What?
I just
healthy
feel
relationship
like
doesn't.
putting pressure on someone to meet your expectation is unnecessary stress. I will hold the expectation. My expectation will not change. But me trying to force you to do what I feel or strongly persuade you, it takes a lot of energy. And when you are resistant to it,
shouldn't try to put pressure on.
That's what I'm saying.
For any expectation. You say you shouldn't.
No. Oh, I would say this. Now, this is a conversation we kind of had last night. I feel like I would pressure you or try to convince you to live as God has called you to live as a husband, to be as a husband. Okay. So, but in that pressuring, it's not me. I think you also have to be mindful of intentions, because what is the intention? My intention behind it is gonna either feel like heat or it's gonna feel like love, based on my intentions. Is my intentions to truly try to change you, right, or is my intentions to try to get you to see yourself as God sees you when it comes to a husband?
I don't see nothing wrong with putting pressure at times, because we're all human. We all slip. We all not on our A game at all the time. Right. Every wife, every husband ain't doing everything they're supposed to at all times. Sometimes you slip, you forget, you get lazy, you get tired, you get busy. Things happen. So if I'm, hey, baby, you ain't cooked in 2 weeks, and I'm putting pressure on you to cook, what's wrong with it?
But I think it's your approach. And that goes back to your intention.
I agree. My intention is to get you to cook.
I know.
I'm spending money.
But it still depends on where you're coming. Whatever your intention is going to determine if
God,
it's
I feel bad for two husbands. When the kids leave, wives don't cook no more. My mama don't cook no more. My mother-in-law don't cook no more. My dad and father-in-law, they be looking like they starving sometimes.
He is being funny, y'all.
Yeah, I'm exaggerating.
He's exaggerating.
But they
That
don't
is
cook
gonna
like they
be our-
used to.
But we don't have kids.
I asked Mama, I was like, Mom, did you cook? She said, for what? I said, what you mean for what? Mama, ain't dad at work? Oh, we gonna get us something. Oh, Lord. Lord, my poor daddy.
So I just think
watching this right now.
I think you just gotta be mindful of I would say this, the least you can go in the realm of pressure,
Right.
I think the more peace you can have in your relationship. If you don't go into pressure, this is still my expectation. I still have expectations for you as a father of our kids, as my husband, of course. But me trying to pressure you to change or pressure you to do what you said there's so much stress. There's so much negative energy that comes out of that. If I hold it in a way of, how I'm looking at you. Because if I look at you a certain way,
wow, okay,
then I'm gonna come at you in a certain way.
Yeah.
If I look at you as sorry, no good, you lazy, you this, that pressure gonna feel a whole lot different than I'm looking at you as I see the love and essence. I see how God see you. I see you in this way. The pressure will be different.
Yeah, that's easily said than done. That time we're human. No,
It's a change of mindset.
Yeah, that's again. You telling me you ain't gonna be mad? What woman has not looked at her husband and wanted to hit him upside the head?
I'm saying, but you
might not have done it, but you mad at this Negro right now.
It's a mindset shift.
Okay,
it's a mindset shift.
It is. I agree.
So, what's your perspective on pressure and expectations?
Pressure, just what you said, your approach. If you need them to change or get them to stop or do something that they're not doing or live up to a certain expectation, your approach and how you approach them and speak to them is the key. If you need your woman to do this or do that, just how you approach her.
Y'all should be approaching in love.
And then
everybody should be.
And then two, you have to look in the mirror. Am I living up? Am I doing what I need to be doing? And if I'm just not caring and I ain't doing nothing, but yet I want her to do all this and that, I don't care how I approach you. You might not hear me. You feel me? You know,
I do feel you on that.
Your man got all these expectations to cook, clean, do this, but this Negro just sitting on the couch all day. He ain't lift a finger. It doesn't matter how he approach you. You might not hear it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I might not hear you. I might not choose to hear you. I hear you, but I might not choose to hear you.
Absolutely.
So, all right. We didn't really get to engage with y'all. See, y'all got to be in-house. When we do the in-house, we don't really get to engage on the thread. But thank you all for tuning in to the Couples Lounge show. I'm your girl, Candace.
Live at Smokey D's. This is Ramon, baby. Relax. This is Ramon.
We're going to be better in 2023. I'm going to pressure him.
Real quick, give a special shout out. My wife has a beautiful mom, her beautiful aunties, her beautiful cousins and future cousin-in-law, and her best friend in the building. We want to give a special shout out.
We also have a Couples Lounge family member in the house as well, and a guest as well.
For coming through. Again, anytime we do a live show at Smokey D's, you get 15% off your food here. So special shout out to Smokey D's owner Derek Harris. Look up Smokey D's. They're on Instagram and Facebook. It's here in Duncanville, Texas.
And so this is the final live show, in-person show of the year. We'll be back in 2023. Right. We've enjoyed this experience. We've hoped that we have brought customers to Smokey D's as well. We know we have brought customers to Smokey D's to support this Black establishment.
Absolutely.
And we will continue to do our relationship shows all through November. We will take our sabbatical in December to kind of reset and get started. So if you have this will be my somebody should have told me moment for this show, is to have expectations. And understand that they are your expectations, that they may not be your significant other's expectations, but you still hold yourself accountable to your own expectations. And to communicate that, because sometimes it can be some unspoken expectations going on and you mad at the other person because they ain't living up to what you ain't told them you need them to live up to. What? Yeah. So, but don't stay away from the unloving pressure. Stay away from the unloving pressure.
Somebody should have told me, man, my wife can get ignorant when she got back up here.
Oh my God. You can never get
A crazy angles, man, they big man. I'm half scared right now. Now,
somebody should have told me moment.
Somebody should have told me. Look in the mirror first. Are you doing what you need to do before you point and talk to another person and see what they're doing? Look in the mirror first. It starts with you. Can you say I'm doing what I'm supposed to do before you point the finger at them and complain about what they ain't doing?
Okay. But we all are gonna have something to work on at all times. Everybody got something to work on at all times. The looking in the mirror was for the men, the audience says. That was
for both of us.
Thank y'all for tuning in. New Facebook user. You don't have a name, but thank y'all. So yeah. We'll see y'all later. We out. Let me see if I can do it.